Hello again. It's been a long time, probably like 8 or 9 months since that last video I made. And for everyone who's stuck in here with me, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry for the wait. No excuses here, just, But hello. I wanted to talk more about weight loss, my weight loss, and to try to help you guys. I had read the comments on that last video and people had asked where I was in my headspace when I made the choice and decided after all those years, after 20 plus years, to finally lose weight. I thought about that a lot, about what went on in my mind, and here's like a warning. My mind's weird. I'm weird. So what I think, you guys might be like, oh gosh, that's crazy, why'd you think that, or whatever, but this is just how it was. So I love reading, and there's these books I read from like the 70s. I think the guy's name's John Norman, I'm not sure, but they're called Gore, like the planet Gore, and it's like a counter Earth, like an alternate Earth, and on there all the women are slaves. Like, like just slaves, and the men are like, they rule, like men. And I always thought that it's funny because none of the women there are fat because they're slaves and they're only given like whatever food that their masters, give them. And that was kind of like, I know it's stupid, but that was kind of like, hey, if you didn't decide yourself, if someone like your dog, what I'm saying? If someone fed you, you wouldn't be fat if they only gave you a certain amount to eat. Just kind of like a proof in my brain, And then I also watched, that movie, the old movie with the kids on the island, Blue Lagoon, The Legend of Blue Lagoon. You know that with Brooke Shields, and of course, and that Tom, the one where he's on that island and he's like alone. He gets stranded on an island. Tom Hanks. It was a really good movie, and all he eats is like fish and fruits or whatever grows on the island. In those circumstances, if you don't have all the choices we have here to eat, then I wouldn't have been overweight, right? And those kind of in my head things told me like it's me and my willpower. Because I'm pretty sure that if I was stuck on an island and all I ate was like fish and root vegetables or fruits or whatever, that I wouldn't have been 300 pounds, right? And then when I look back and reflect on my life, it's not like I had health issues. I was a very healthy, active person. And, when I look back of why I was overweight, it was me. It was because I ate too much. Now, I've been reading a lot. There's a lot of new studies on how weight, I know a lot of people will say, it's you, and you have lack of willpower, and it's your choices that you made that made you fat. Yes, to some degree, of course that's true. If we choose to, eat really bad, like fattening, high, fat foods, whatever, that, and it's over much that our body can't process, is going to go and be stored as fat. And yes, that was our choice, right? My choice. I keep saying our. I'm just trying to make this about me because I don't want to like put everyone into my little group, because I know that some people do have health issues and do have weight problems because it wasn't their choice necessarily. So I'm talking about me and how it was my choice and my lack of willpower that made me fat. But I've been reading these new, like studies and articles on how that it might be more factors than just us and our willpower and, overeating that is contributing to everyone being overweight. Because they have found that even mice and monkeys and other like species are overweight. And like with the lab mice or rats or whatever, animals that are in a controlled environment who aren't given, over amount of calories, it's not their food intake at all, but over these last, however many years, their weight is just steadily also increased. And there's no like scientific things showing like what would make even these like lab animals gain weight. And so people are thinking maybe it's just all the bad chemicals in our environment, and all this stuff has gotten into our bodies, and that's kind of thrown off the way our bodies are working and obviously maybe retaining weight, more just naturally. So that is even going to be harder to lose weight if we are, as a whole world, just becoming heavier, So then maybe that depends even more on us having to make the right choices and to, be more healthy, not only for our own bodies and our own mind, but for our environment, because a lot of the bad choices that we make with our food affects the environment, which I'll talk about more of that later. But so back to my mind frame and those weird ideas I had. I knew that I am a very determined person with strong willpower, and I didn't understand why I couldn't say no to the foods that I chose, because I ate very, very bad choices. And for years, like when I went on my diets, often like at New Year's, I would just make up my mind, me and my sister, to stop eating everything bad, and we go through our pantry, and just get rid of all the bad foods, because I'm strong, but I'm weak. I know that I'm weak when it comes to like food and treats, especially at nighttime, or if I'm depressed, or if I'm sad, or I just want something comfortable, to eat or whatever. I'm weak. And if it's in my house, then I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it. And so that's why for me, whenever I started like a diet or, wanting to lose weight or to change how I ate, I had to just get rid of everything. I couldn't leave anything in the house and say, oh, I'll just eat a little bit of this here and there. No. For me, I had to do all or nothing. Like right now, it's been 4 years. I lived with my dad for 2 years now, and 4 years ago when I started, I've lost 50 pounds every year, except for this last year that I've been with my dad. I've just maintained my weight. I haven't gained or anything. I just stayed in like 155 for last year. But it's right now, I don't have to give up everything. I have my bad treats. I have like every night I have my strawberry popsicle, like a fruit frozen bar, from like Schwann's, or I've had Pop-Tarts the last few weeks. For my dad's birthday, I made brownies for him. That's what he wanted. And of course I ate the crap out of some of those brownies, man. They were so good. But of course I've learned after 4 years, like moderation and to take them as like a treat, to like, as like a reward or whatever, just here and there. But at first I had to give up everything. And I think that's what's made the difference of the actual thing that worked and what didn't work from all my last 20 something years of trying to diet. And that's, I think, the hardest part that for most people, they aren't going to or won't want to do, because I didn't want to do it. I still don't want to do it. Okay. No, you have to stop eating all the things you want to eat. I didn't want to, I wanted to just cut down on my portions, or, eat a little better, or exercise a little more. I didn't want to stop eating all the good, tasty stuff like pasta with cheese and, candy and just all of it, your soda or just whatever it is, it was sad, because that was, to me, one of the highlights of life, was just tasting and eating all that good stuff, all that crap food, But I said that my health and my body and my life, and even if I can live a few more years, when I'm 70, that would be worth it, right? But then I realized that it's not just about living longer, because I know the whole YOLO thing, but we can die any day. Who says I'm going to live to 70 or 80 or 90? Who says we're going to live long? It's about living your life the best you can while you live it. Living healthy, because when I was overweight, even though, like I said, I was a healthy person, like I was active, I didn't like sit around all day, and I tried to be active and do things, I could feel that I wasn't like healthy how I should be. My legs hurt. I could hardly walk around Epcot one time without barely even making it to the car. My hips hurt. I just felt like crap all the time. And I guess I didn't realize, everyone always said it's the weight, doctors say it's the weight and stuff, but, of course, when you're overweight, you're kind of like, but I didn't realize that it has to have been the weight, or just the foods and the way that I treated my body, because right now I'm 42, And I feel like I'm 20. I feel better than I did when I was 20. I feel like a teenager. I can walk and I can run, I can skip, I can jump, I can dance, I don't have any aches and pains. I can walk and walk and walk all day long. And well, I have a few pains sometimes, you know, if I like overdo it, you know, but it's amazing. And the only thing I changed was what I ate. And then now, of course, I exercise and do like weights and things like that more, but that's just this last year. It wasn't while I was losing weight. It was just the choices I made and what I put in my mouth. And it was so simple. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have done that all that time ago. It's just the resolution you have to make. I had to make that stop myself from eating the bad foods. And I've learned so much over these last 4 years. I know that when I first started losing weight, that I probably did a lot of not so great things. Like I ate too less of calories. I probably didn't take enough vitamins and stuff to make up for that too less of calories that I probably ate. You know, going from like probably 4,000 calories a day to maybe like 800 or 900 calories sometimes. It was just drastic, you know. And doing that is really bad for your health, because people they start to lose their hair, and they start to, you know, actually like lose like their teeth and stuff, and they die. People have died from not eating enough and not getting the vitamins and stuff that your body has to have, you know. So it's not like you can just stop eating and starve yourself. That's horrible, and that wouldn't work either. But if you can choose to, if you really want to lose a lot of weight and you really want to change the way that your life is, that your health is, oh, that's what I was saying, is that it's not just to live longer, but for any years that I live, I want to live like I am right now. I want to be as healthy as I can. I want to feel as good as I can. And hopefully when I'm 70 something, you know, at first I was like, oh, I just want to be alive, right? I just want to live longer. But I don't want to just live. I want to live healthy. I want to be out walking around and exploring my world at 70 something, you know, when I'm 80. I don't want to just be in a wheelchair in a nursing home and alive. I want to be out there. Sorry, I just get emotional. So I guess what I'm saying is, by those weird thoughts about like the movie and the island and stuff, is basically if I didn't eat the bad stuff, then how would I gain the weight? And then if I didn't eat the stuff that I was eating, then I would technically have to lose the weight, right? And then it all came down in my mind to my willpower. There's so many things out there that I say no to that I would like to have. I'm sure a lot of you guys say no to a lot of things out there. I mean, you know, like we might want to walk around naked, or we might want to go out and have sex with everybody we see. We might want to go out there and like do drugs, or, you know, drink a bunch of alcohol. You know, it doesn't mean that we go out and do those things, right? You might want to get on your motorcycle or your sports car and go 200 miles an hour on the freeway. You know, you might get mad at your neighbor and you might want to go beat him, you know, but it doesn't mean we go do those things, right? Well, same with me and my eating. I was like, I want to eat that candy. I want to eat that. I want to eat that. It doesn't mean I have to, right? So I just put a stop to it. I stopped it. That's what I did. It was very simple. I stopped eating that stuff, and I started eating only whole, natural, real foods. You know, I was like, if it's a prepared made thing, if it's bad, you know, here we go with the bad foods. If it's bad, I'm not gonna eat it, and I didn't, and that's how it began. I've always lost weight easily, and I don't know how it is for other people. I don't know, you know, if it's even possible for some people to even, you know, reach their goals, maybe because of health issues or whatever. But I know that you're worth it, and just try. Even if you don't succeed, just trying will make you a better person. It will make you stronger, and you're worth it. So do it.